Hi Lee, I hope you're well and everything's good with you. As I said in my email, I've returned to this search engines rankings result document that I created and last presented to you when we met back in February. It's not something I can do too often because it does take an hour and a half, 2 hours to go through. But I just wanted to revisit it, partly because of the notice in the drop-off in the Google Analytics visitors numbers this week. Not that I really expected to get a tremendous difference, but I just really wanted to make sure that things hadn't dropped off drastically. And generally, I found the opposite to be true, and been very pleasantly surprised with the increases in the organic search results. So that's not the map ones, but the other ones that you find on pages 1, 2, etc. I'll mainly give you a chance to go through this yourself, but just a couple of examples here. So on the main keyword around financial planning, we've got Leeds, West Yorkshire, and in Leeds and in West Yorkshire, as we've gone about before. And you can see here, this bottom figure is the results of today. And as I said before, they're just a snapshot. Tomorrow or next week, it could be kind of jumping a few places either way. So it's just a snapshot. But you can see here that since we started monitoring in this case on the 9th, the 11th, and some of them were started on 2 weeks later on the 30th, that we've jumped 48 places in organic. Now it's still not on the front page for these terms, although it is for, as I said in my email, 17 out of the 25 that we're monitoring. So that is the key kind of data really on that, the fact that it's jumped up from 5 being in the top 10 search results on the first page to 17, which is obviously a great improvement because that's the only place you're going to get noticed. But you can see a general trend here, and it may go even more, although I will hasten to say that we really do need to kind of update the website in some way for Google to see it still as an active site and growing. So at some stage we need to kind of add some maybe to make some changes to it for Google to kind of recognize it and keep promoting it in the way it is doing here. So you can see some big leaps here. Now the main reason I wanted to record this video is because one thing I noticed about the map figure is that in a lot of cases, I mean this one is dropped on one of them, the other one's not so much so. But and some of them are around the same, but some of them I've noticed have kind of dropped off completely. So the Financial Planner was 35th, then 12th, and I can't find it in the top 100 at all today. Now again, so it's just a snapshot, so it may be showing again if I check next week. But there's a few of these at the moment where they're not actually showing on the map at the moment. Financial Advisor is one where we've seen a great leap. We weren't even in organic for that term there, and we were 51st. We were not in the top 100 organic, top first 10 pages, and we're 41st. So we're showing some kind of massive change, massive growth in that for that search term specifically. But I say conversely, the map position has kind of dropped off a bit. Now, I suspect this will be the reason, as I said, that West 1 is your postal address, and that Google are very smart, and they'll probably pick up that there's lots of businesses with that as their correspondence address. So that will make them question, well, is this business actually based here in Leeds West 1? Or is it maybe somewhere even more remotely and further away from what you are? And they will question whether it's valid to put your business on the maps page in the centre of Leeds because of that address. That's my suspicions. It is only that, but I'm 95% that sure. Well, that's the issue. So it will be kind of quite hard to control that map listing, that map positioning, and you might find it drop off and even more. But the only thing I would say to that is these are all quite high anyway, and realistically people are only going to maybe view the first 3 that show up on the Google search results and click on those. And if they do click on more places, they're not going to go past the first 20, which is on page 1 of the map results anyway. So if you're not on the top 20, and very few of those you were in the first place, you haven't actually lost a lot. But I just wanted to kind of explain that organic, which I think are the main ones, are going in the right direction. And we have got lots more on page 1. The map ones do seem to be dropping off and dropping down. But realistically, you wouldn't have been getting a lot of traffic from those anyway because they were still quite high in the search results for those map positions. Right, hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. And any questions whatsoever, then obviously please do get in touch. Thanks, Lee. Have a great month and hope to speak soon. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.